What is cross-collateralisation is what we're talking about today in the East Central Business Show. I'm John Naylor. It's a long word, but I still got it out.
Yes.
Laura Sillano, a resident expert mortgage broker.
Good morning.
You're going to say cross-collateralisation as well for us?
Okay, I'll say it. Cross-collateralisation.
She does it better than me.
There
I think
you
she
go.
says it more frequently. What on earth are we talking about, Laura? I can barely say it.
Is it advice?
Oh, no, okay.
No,
Give me some
it's
advice
not
about it.
advice.
No,
Okay, so what is cross-collateralisation? So cross-collateralisation is where the lender takes not just one property for the transaction, but a second one as well.
Okay.
Okay, so we see it in pledge loans, so family
Oh, yes, okay.
guarantee
We've talked about
loans,
that
we see it
previously.
in that.
Mm-hmm.
And we may see it when people purchase to buy an investment property.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does, so I'll give you an example. So I'll do a scenario to let you know how that actually looks. So if you have a property worth 500 and you have a loan on it of 300 and you're buying another property for say 500 and you get a loan of 500, just a single loan of 500, then that single loan for that investment property will be secured by the two properties.
Oh, okay.
Can I explain that any better? Can I explain that any better without a whiteboard? Okay. The difficulty with that is that basically that one loan is being secured by two properties, which the lender really likes because it's clean. It means that they have more security than they potentially need for that transaction. And they have everything all neatly tied up, which means that if you want to sell one of the properties or something happens, that will bring in your entire portfolio into that transaction when you exit.
Now, that's not necessarily a good thing, Laura.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what's the option then? What's the alternative?
When we structure loans for people with multiple properties or with property portfolios, we like to keep the investment properties singular. So they might have got this investment property for 500, but the loan amount that we have against it is 400, so that it stays separate from the other properties in the portfolio. And we'll generally have a bucket fund for deposits that is against a different property.
Okay. All right.
So that's where the equity side comes in. When we were talking about accessing equity, one of the things that you can do is use that equity for a deposit for an investment property and have that equity
Drawn
secured against your home, for example. But then when we're purchasing the investment property, we probably wouldn't put that investment property with the same lender as you have your home lending with, so that you don't end up in a situation where everything is with the one bank.
Okay.
Unless there is a good reason to put it with the one bank.
Okay. So, long story short, you've got two investment properties or more, you're trying to silo or keep the lending attached to that particular property. And I understand, I don't know whether you want to talk about that now, that even by using different lenders, I understand that gives you some sort of separation, a bit of bracket. So if you need to sell one, it doesn't necessarily bring the other one into some sort of knock-on effect type thing.
Yeah, and that's what it's really about, is that the cross-collateralisation is something that I think people are more and more aware of it now. But it's something that we try to avoid when we're structuring loans for people, because it's really easy to get into and it's much harder to extract yourself out of it.
Oh, okay. So even if you're in some sort of circumstance, favourable circumstance to sell one property, there's still a lot of paperwork and a lot of rewrites
it brings into question everything else if you have everything tied together.
Okay.
If you have everything separately, so siloed, then what that means is that your exit for a single property in the portfolio is made easier.
Yeah, sell the house, pay out the loan. Job done.
Yeah.
Balance in the bank, hopefully.
Yeah. So
Fabulous.
that's basically what we try and do when we structure it.
And I understand that that's more important, you know, as part of like your long-term strategy around property investment, that as you age or end of retirement or, you know, reach a certain age, you say, I want to draw down and do something else,
Yeah.
lifestyle-wise, is just can draw down by just selling that particular property.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other implications around capital gains and that sort of thing, but the transactional part of that is simple, yeah?
Yeah.
Cash out that property,
Yeah.
draw down on what you've made from it over long term, get on with life.
So that's
Join the senior years.
That's where we would work closely with your financial planner and your accountant in structuring. That's probably more complex structuring. When you're talking about cross-collateralisation, or you're already having that conversation, or you already you're already across that terminology, then your circumstances are probably at a level of complexity that would warrant you having a financial planner, an accountant, potentially a lawyer who's part of your team, and we would fit in with that team to go, your strategy might be to have a variety of properties and then do a sell down upon retirement, in which case then we would make sure that we structured the loans to support you in that exit process, not just in the acquisition process.
Yeah. No, I like the sound of it. Done a bit of research into it, Laura.
Okay.
Hang around with the right people too.
Okay.
Like a fabulous mortgage broker. Now, Laura, how do people get hold of you? Please
Yep.
tell us.
You can call me on mobile at 0422 320 497. You can also contact the office on home@podfinancial.com.au.
Okay, there you go. Cross-collateralisation. It's a long word, but someone amply explained, I think, and it is valuable in the right sort of circumstance, but and others not. Okay, more great information from Laura Sillano. We'll speak to you next time on the East Central Business Show. Bye for now.